Hi, I'm Kevin Stacy, the Executive Director for the Office of English Learners. Thank you for taking the time to watch these modules on teaching English learners in the classroom. In front of every module you're going to see this bullseye, and I want to give you a brief overview so that you can kind of see how it is all connected together. First of all, there are four major principles on the outlying areas. Number one is standards, 2, background knowledge, 3, comprehensible input, and 4, social-emotional learning. These four principles are very important as we begin to lay a foundation for a lesson. Of course, we all understand how important standards are in relationship to grade level expectations and our scope and sequence. Background knowledge is also important in how we connect the lesson and the content and the standards to our previous knowledge and our prior experiences. And then we have comprehensible input. No matter how well you do standards and make connections, if our students can't understand and we're not making it comprehensible in a way for them to understand, we're basically wasting our time. And then last but not least, behind me in this corner right here is social emotional learning. Social emotional learning is very important to establish a risk-free environment so that our students can be vulnerable in expressing what they're learning. So as we move into the bullseye, we look at the standard and then we think, okay, what is the content that the standard is asking us to express or to learn? And then at the very bottom we have thinking. So what type of processing are we going to do with that content, that knowledge? And then how are we going to compare, contrast, synthesize, analyze that information? And then how are we going to do that in the domains? Reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And then we look at the academic language that's required for us to use in those domains. Then we keep moving in to practice and application. How are we applying this material? And then, in what way are we going to apply it? Is it a project? Is it an activity or a task? And so when we're doing all of these things together, we look at our formative assessment to make sure that we are informing our practice on an ongoing basis. Every day we look at what we have done and then how our students are doing. And then we make corrections along the way. And then this can be done in a variety of ways, strategies, so that we are totally listening to our students and gaining insight by academic conversations in the classroom, the way we are using our strategies and how they're responding to our strategies, and also how they're responding to the scaffolding that we're using in the lesson. I hope this is just gives you an insight to the many things you're going to learn through this series. Thank you so much for all you do for English learners, and I hope you have a great school year.